We're here with Nouriel Roubini and Jack. Let me ask you, economy aside, I mean, people are going to start to agree, I think, that we're headed for an extended period of weakness. What then do you think the Buffetts of the world are thinking when they talk about buying stocks now? Are they early, or are they just wrong?
I think they're really early. I think that we're going to have a severe recession. Usually stocks bottom out only about 6 months before the end of the recession. This recession is not going to end before the end of next year. So I see stocks falling through the middle of next year, frankly.
To where? What would fair value be, knowing what you knowing what you think you know about the future?
Think of it. You know, I think that earnings per share for the S&P could fall as low as $60. And if you have a multiple of, say, 12, then you go to around 700. If the multiple is 10 in a recession, it's going to be 600. So we have 20 to 30% downside risk on the S&P in my scenario of a very severe U.S. and global recession.
Right.
I think it could get that bad, unfortunately.
What about all the cash that's on the sidelines? Do you think it's really going to stay parked in cash and low-yielding treasuries forever?
Yeah, for the time being, you are caring about capital preservation. You might not get any return, close to zero on the T-bills, but that's better than losing 50% on equities, as people have done if they've been in equities. They're going to fall even more. So I would keep things in cash, absolutely.
Can people stay that fearful that long? At some point, greed is going to come back.
Well, I don't know if it's greed.
I mean, the yield on the S&P alone is going to be attractive to someone.
Well, it depends, because a lot of these companies are going to have to cut their dividends. So I think people are going to stay fearful longer than you expect, but there will come a time here, and I do believe that we're not going to have this kind of shallow period for a long period of time. It's going to be deep, but I think it's going to be quicker. And I think the recovery will be quicker. You get these prices coming down, you start clearing some of this away, and you do have a lot of money that's going to be thrown at this around the world, and I believe we could see a very sharp comeback here. But I'm not stepping into stocks today.
I know.
Can I just insert one thing? We talked a moment ago when we were going over the headlines again for what happened with the earnings. Boeing did not make any comments about cutting jobs. Merck did. Boeing did not. There was an incorrect headline that ran on the wires earlier. Boeing talked about the strike continuing. Merck is the company that's talking about more than 7,000 job cuts coming up. Okay,
right.
Sorry.
If you were going to bet on a comeback, Nouriel, would you be putting money into the U.S. or emerging markets?
I think actually I wouldn't put money in the emerging markets right now, because there are many emerging markets economies that are entering right now a recession. The hard landing in emerging market has just begun right now.
But you've heard some say that the markets overseas have been beaten up so much in emerging markets that they're ripe for some kind of turnaround.
But listen, you know, in China, take it China, 6 months ago, PE ratios were 60 and 70. If that was not the bubble, what was the bubble? And the market has fallen more than 50%. But to get PE ratios to something normal, that market can fall another 20, 30%. There is now a rising risk of a hard landing in China. With the link of China to the rest of the world, they have 40% of GDP, these exports. Their trade surplus is 12% of GDP. If you have a severe U.S., Japanese, European recession, Chinese exports are going to collapse, real investment is going to collapse, and their ability to have a positive stimulus is going to be limited. You could have a hard landing in China, and then you could have stock prices in China fall another 30 or 40%.
What would GDP do in China?
I think that for China, recession means a GDP of 6% from 12%, and right now we're going down to 9. I think that going towards 7 is going to be very likely, and it's going to be 7, you're epsilon away from a hard landing, because China needs a growth of 10% to move 12, 15 million poor rural farmers every year from the rural sector to the modern industrial sector. Yeah. So if you have recession is 6% growth in China.